Hello, everyone.
Hello.
What's up?
Welcome back to our Percentile Vice. I am John. I'm here with Steve
Hey.
and Emily,
Hi.
What's up?
and we will be playing some Titan Effect.
Titan Effect.
Some Titan Effect.
I like Titan.
Titan Effect.
T.P.H.O.N effect?
Some Titan Effect Declassified Edition. It's a setting for Savage Worlds that uses the superhero companion and the special Titan Effect Declassified Edition rules to make a tactical sci-fi espionage thriller game.
Spy-fi.
Spy-fi.
That's a perfect name.
It
Did
is
you
I
come up with that?
stole it. I saw it somewhere.
Okay.
I wish I'd come up
I
with
was going to be super proud of
it.
you.
It's good, right?
But you can be the first person to say it in French.
Le spy-fi.
All right.
And I think probably Christian beat me to that.
Maybe.
Being fluid in French.
French.
He's actually in France right now. Or he said the old
Switzerland or
country.
something. Yeah, he is
Yeah.
there. I've
He's
been
somewhere.
watching. It looks like he's having a blast.
Yeah. And while other people are on vacation, we are still doing our thing here. And our agents, Yama and Nuevo,
Yama be there.
they have a bit of a thing because Nuevo got something in the last mission.
Oh. You got a disc?
Well, I copied the drive and sent it back to S.P.E.A.R headquarters, but then I found a file on their computer which was basically a tracking mechanism for the vehicle, the
For
GPS,
the actual virus.
for the actual virus.
The same tracker that they had used to locate it. You have the
Yep.
the deets on now. So what would you like to do with that?
So when we get back to headquarters we were in a bit of we were trying to get out of there fast, right? So I saw this file, saw that it was some kind of tracking file, quickly downloaded it onto my phone, but didn't send it up to the cloud for S.P.E.A.R.
Right.
I like to think on the way back, I started looking at it and I realized that it is a tracker for the virus. And I'm going to let S.P.E.A.R know that I got it when we get back.
Okay. Well, they look into it and they find the coordinates, and
Because they're expecting a promotion out of that. But
they are very pleased with you. It softens the blow of you killing that psychic earlier, but
Mistakes were made.
mistakes were made. It takes some getting used to.
it was her or us.
It was her or you. And
We brought the girl back. That's saving one psychic.
yeah.
True that. True
All
dat.
out of sleep grenades. Any case,
I only used one.
your mission handler, Mr. No Name, has dipped off
Noname is the way I've been pronouncing it, but okay.
Noname
Yeah.
as a
Christian
as a
Noname.
tribute. He has dipped off into his office and he's calling headquarters after headquarters and having their deep IT guys do some analysis on this thing and forwarding it straight to the ruling council, which I don't think they have a ruling council, but the big decision makers
The big wigs.
are getting wind of this, and he
The
comes back out.
Mythwigs.
The Mythwigs?
The motherfuckers what's in charge.
Miffwigs.
He comes back out and he says, all right, we have tracked it down. It is stopped right now. You are the only ones within a day's travel that we can get straight there that aren't on mission right now. So
Hey, so NICAD proved himself pretty useful in his previous mission. Can he come on?
I would highly suggest you take NICAD and
Omen.
Omen. I wanted to say Oracle.
Because that's what her name was supposed to be.
Well, fine. You can just keep it.
No, her name is Omen now.
My name's Omen, but my friends call me Oracle.
And he furrows his brow and he says, now, we have a little bit of intel, but not much. This is a fairly new location. We have supposed that there is a base, a small T.Y.P.H.O.N outpost, if you will, at this particular location, but we don't know much about it. These sorts of outposts, this one being located in Southeast Asia, these sorts of outposts are usually heavily defended, but with the remote nature of it, we do believe that this one might not be as heavily defended as a base of this size would normally be. So, oh my God, I thought we were muted again.
The fear, the spike of adrenaline.
So, I would suggest you take your comrades, Nycad and Omen, and I would suggest you very quickly outfit yourselves and leave, because we don't know when this thing is going to hit the road again. You will be making a high altitude parachute jump into the location. You're going to have to open shoot well away from it, because we can't risk a helicopter being near one of these bases. We don't think they have heavy weapons that could take out a helicopter, but we don't want to chance it.
Right.
That sounds like a blast already.
So
So is this a guns blazing, bust through the front doors kind of thing, or are we thinking more of a super sleuth, find our way in? What's
You
the
decide.
recommendation? Do you have a recommendation for us?
considering how highly defended these things normally are, I would suggest a little bit of stealth. But again, this is a very remote location, and they may be banking on the remote location being enough defense that they can have a light skeleton crew.
Right.
I think we sneak as much as we can and blow shit up when we have to.
Perfection.
What languages do you speak? Southeast Asia. I got Mandarin might come in handy, but it's a bit of a stretch.
So languages I speak. Japanese, English, and Russian. Let's see.
I got 3 languages for NICAD that I never specified what they were. They just language.
Omen has Japanese, Italian, Greek, and French.
I think NICAD is going to throw Korean in as one of his.
You got 1 minute. Pick 3.
Korean. Pakistani.
Okay. And
Yeah, it is.
The
I don't even know if
GPS
that's.
coordinates are in Cambodia, so
And Cambodian. Whatever language they speak in Cambodia, and I apologize if it's not called Cambodian.
there's probably a few dialects, but we'll just say whatever the official language of Cambodia is, he knows it.
Yeah. Anybody in chat knows, feel free to type it in there.
okay. All
So
So loadouts.
So Nuevo's taken his standard hacker loadout to get by security systems, hack into computers, that kind of thing. NICAD is taking his shooter loadout.
Okay.
Right, so he's got a sniper rifle, he's got a pistol, he's got a submachine gun, trademark weapon, super assassin kind of thing. Yeah, I think he's good to go.
I think Cujo will take the same one he took last time, which gives him the
Assault rifle.
No, the stealth poncho.
stealth poncho.
The poncho of
that a-
invisibility.
Infiltrator loadout?
So you're gonna have a sniper rifle too,
Yes.
and you're gonna have the stealth suit that doesn't give armor.
No.
You would. I'm gonna railroad you a little bit.
Please do.
You would probably better to just take the same loadout you had last time, and swap out the sleep grenades for something else.
Okay.
Do you not know what loadout you had last time?
Yeah, it was on a piece of paper, but that piece of paper is gone.
Things got moved. Things happened around here.
I had like gas masks, grenades, a assault rifle. Perfect.
Is that it?
That is it. Perfection. Armored stealth suit.
So
Trank gun.
you don't have the no-kill rules, so if you wanted to swap out the trank gun and the sleeping gas grenades for something else,
So I'll switch out the sleeping gas grenades for real grenades. Really,
Okay.
the boom boom kind.
There's also those, what do they call the stun grenades, you know, the
Like a flashbang?
flashbang.
So we'll go with just regular grenades, and I'll keep the scope, the gas masks, and the armor, and then that came with a rifle last time. So
do you have the stats for the rifle handy?
no.
I have the Declassified Edition weapons charts pulled up.
It was a F something.
FN
FN something.
Scar.
Yeah, because it sounded cool.
FN SP.E.A.R. Yeah, I got the stats. You want them?
Yeah.
The range is 24, 48, 96. That is a really good range.
24, 48, 96.
Damage 2d8 plus 1.
2d8 plus 1.
Rate of fire is 1.
Okay.
Shots is 20. Armor piercing is 2. And it may fire a 3-round burst.
Okay. So I'm good. That and
Do you want me to give you some info on flashbang?
sure.
Well, let me find that. I use this handy dandy search feature. Targets make a vigor roll -2 with a raise or be stunned. So you thought a flashbang in a room full of these guys, they make a vigor roll. If they don't make it, they are stunned. And if they're stunned, then
What does it mean by the -2 with a raise?
so
If they get a raise or if I get a raise?
if you get a raise.
Then they're at a -2 on that vigor roll.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. Apollo. Did she have a loadout last time?
Nope.
Nope.
Y'all used her points.
That's right. She probably doesn't need it this time either.
She's the chair.
She's the guy in the chair. Okay. So that's pretty good on the loadouts there.
You may want to give her like something light.
She does have a pistol. And What do you mean light? Like a light gun, light armor? What do you mean?
She probably just with base equipment is cool.
Okay.
So you guys get in the helicopter, and the helicopter takes off and flies off into the distance.
I love the sound of your vape in the morning.
And before long, you find yourself looking over heavily forested patches of land, and anything you want to do now that you are nearing the location in Southeast Asia.
Omen is going to try to look ahead at the area where we're going to be dropping to.
Roll it.
It's
It's -2 with GPS, right? Pretty sure that was it. And it was -4 if you only had photo or video.
I think that's correct.
Okay, remote viewing, extended range +5, any location on Earth. So what does she roll? Hold on, I'm sorry. I have to remind myself how to play this. It's her psi phenomena, her D6.
I believe it is. What are the other ones?
For her skills,
Yeah.
athletics, common knowledge, driving, fighting, focus,
It's a focus.
which is a D12 for her.
So you got a 9.
Okay,
-2 is a 7. That is.
+5.
No, you don't get the +5.
Oh.
5 is the number of points we added so that she
I'm
would be
with
able
ya.
to do worldwide. So she sees in the jungle a square building. And even with the generous, even though she didn't get a raise, it's still a good roll. She can tell that she cannot get into this building. Has some sort of protection, some
Okay.
sort of. There are no windows on the building. She can see 2 doors, one in the front, one in the back. And she can't detect any life forms anywhere around the building.
But
People could be shielding themselves from her.
right, so Omen, you can't see into the building. You can just see the exterior.
No, I sure can't see the interior. All I can see is 2 doors, one in, one out, at the front and the back.
And a large, loading bay. I forgot about
There also
that.
seems to be like a loading dock along the back, but I wouldn't call that an entrance or exit because you're not going to walk through a rolling door.
We might. Any guards on the outside?
Not that I can tell, no. Seems crystal clear to me.
So we're, what, a mile out? 2 miles out?
Whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
You can tell me
far
when
enough.
you land.
Yeah. We're at high altitude, so when we jump with these parachutes, we're going to be able to sail them in close.
You're going to have to make a roll.
Ooh, a roll.
Well, let's go. We're jumping.
Gonna jump.
So you all have a breathing mask and a little bit of oxygen to be able to make this jump at such a high altitude. I'm going to need from all of you an athletics roll.
Fair enough. Nuevo is hoping you let him substitute a piloting role. He's guiding this parachute. Up to you. I'm just asking. Don't get pissed at me for asking.
I'm thinking. I'm not pissed. This is for actually landing. This is the coordination of having your feet under you and not...
Fair enough. Nuevo's about to break a knee. It's bad on athletics. All right.
I hope a couple of y'all pack some crutches.
I'm wondering if my thing rolled wrong. I'm gonna roll athletics again. I'm not trying to like game. I just want to see if it rolls double ones again. Just like if it's maybe built wrong. Nope. Okay, it was just double ones both times. So yeah.
Wow.
Cujo and Omen
Critical.
plummet.
Both Cujo. Omen went down too?
Yep, both of them rolled ones
I
on
thought
both
she was
dice.
staying in the helicopter. In the chair.
The helicopter isn't staying anyway, so
Okay.
it makes sense for her to come down with y'all.
Fair enough. So Nuevo, who's got a D4 in athletics, just nailed a 21.
Oh my god! Did it roll all that for you?
Yeah,
So it's oh wow.
automatically does
It
explode.
does wild explode.
Yeah,
at you.
that's fucking brilliant. Sorry, but yeah, you rolled a 6, 6, 6, and then a 3. That's crazy.
And a 5 from NICAD.
All right, so the terrain in this area is very challenging, even for experienced jumpers. And as you're coming down, Nuevo looks like a freaking pro.
Fucking bird.
Like he
I told
better
you there was
be-
some piloting involved here, but you wouldn't believe me.
he better be glad he didn't roll piloting, because it may have been a different dice roll if he did.
True
but
that. True
Nah,
that.
he was good all the way.
NICAD hits the ground a little bit hard. You might say he's shaken.
I don't know, 5?
It's -2.
Ah,
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
no.
I just tagged the shaking thing on.
Nice.
And
If he's shaking, what happened to you?
Cujo is stirred.
Nuevo, once you hit the ground and brush yourself off and think, damn, I shouldn't have been worried about that at all. I knew I had it. You look up and there is a orca chimera and a small New Yorkian tangled in a tree, in one of these big rainforest trees.
Are they both shaken? Do you take any damage?
No. Nothing wrong with you.
Just stuck.
Just stuck in a tree.
Back.
Well, that sucks. My guy lands and gets shaken. You guys totally fuck up, and a tree saves your ass.
Well, I mean, they're going to have to get down somehow.
Yeah.
Could end with a lot more than shaken.
Okay. So it's right factored, isn't it? Cujo is going to try to get Omen out using just brute strength to like break her harness things like off of her so that she can get out.
Now, how far up in this tree are they?
They're pretty high in the tree. Falling would be a wound, at least.
Do you think one of y'all could catch her?
Nike could try.
I'm just gonna ask you one time. So this is the plan.
Oh, no.
I like to spin a Benny to change the story. And I just remind you that the freaking big bad in Street Wolves had to wear a bikini on a speedboat so that he didn't have any pockets to put any guns.
Not only will I let you spend a Benny, I will also give Nuevo a Benny for the spectacular landing he pulled off after I said that you couldn't use pirating.
So the way I'd like to change the story is these are like fir trees with big sweeping I won't. Dude, the man wore a freaking bikini.
Yeah, but you're trying to change like the geography and the biome of a region of Earth. That
You know,
fir trees in a rainforest?
okay. Yeah.
Um,
Never mind. We'll do it your way. How dead are they?
yeah. So,
Maybe instead of changing the type of tree, change their positioning.
However you want to do it. I'll spin the Benny. You tell me how it works.
well, how about I see if I can, as Cujo, get a hold of the tree to be able to, like, steady myself to climb myself down? Do I feel like I'd be able to climb down if I was free of my parachute?
What is. There's no climb skill in this, is there? I
Yeah, I
think it
think
got
it'd just
rolled
be
into
athletics.
and
Yeah.
SWADE. So considering you're at a D4, probably not.
Okay. Can I... Can I use the Benny to have us be further down the tree?
Sure.
So that it's not as hard of a fall? Okay. So I'll use a Benny to have them positioned further down the tree. So that when they fall, it's less of a... Would they be shaken or still get a wound or...
They'll probably both be shaken from that fall.
Okay. So then I use a Benny to have us down further down the tree, and Cujo will try to get the harnesses off of us so that we can get down.
Okay.
Okay? How do I get rid of one of my Bennies?
Up there on the top of your character sheet, there's a right next to conviction. Just a little circle. You see it? Just to the left of conviction. There's a circle, and above that is a counter. And you can put that at 3 for starting, and then knock one off to make it 2.
Okay, thank you. All right. So we're on the ground. Do we see anyone or hear anything around us?
Roll. Scroll down. Let me see what you got on skills.
Notice?
Yeah. Roll notice.
16.
Nice.
You hear birds and sounds you would perceive as normal for a rainforest.
Okay.
About how far away did we manage to get?
You're pretty close.
Quarter of a mile? Something like that.
Sure.
I think Nuevo's going to launch the thing that's called a sentinel.
Yeah.
I couldn't find the word. Sentinel.
Okay.
My little drone is going to go out in front of us, and I'm going to just, using my phone,
Just like Tim's brooch.
right, and I'm going to just drive it close to the thing. I'm looking for pathways through the rainforest to this place, and looking for bad guys, guards, patrols.
In between your smartphone and the GPS coordinates you have, you're able to get there pretty easy. And the rainforest has a very high canopy, and it's
Not a lot of undergrowth.
not a lot of undergrowth. You're pretty set on finding your way there. And once it gets there, if Roll20 cooperates with me,
Hold on.
I'll just go ahead and reveal
Excuse me.
the outsides and the doors for you.
Meh.
So you can see the big roll-up doors just to the left of that container handler.
Ah, that's what that vehicle is.
I was about to say, what the fuck is that?
And on the very back side, you've already seen a set of doors up there with what you would recognize as a keypad that immediately when you see it, you think, that's hackable.
Hackable.
Down at the bottom, you see another set of doors with another keypad that's hackable, and a work truck posted out front. And trying not to give you anything inside, but I think I gave you a little bit of the inside there, but not enough to. No,
We
no.
can't see anything.
Yeah.
Can't
think-
see anything at all.
I can't see anything except for where the edges of the doors are. That's all I can
Okay.
see.
Yeah.
Do you think Nuevo sees like really nice computers and goes, "Oh, I'm gonna hack.
That
That looks hackable."
All right, so just so the south side, as we're looking at this map with the truck, those doors are the front doors or the back doors.
You can't really tell.
Fair enough.
Normally, loading docks are around back, so you would probably think the ones at the bottom
Or the front,
are the front, but
and
you're
the
not
one
sure.
and the ones right there
Probably the
is
back.
is the back door. Okay. Did you say that there was a keypad at the loading docks as well, or just the front and back doors?
Just the front and back.
Okay.
On the loading pad, it looks like there was no mechanism on the outside for it to open.
Makes sense.
All right. What is a cargo or whatever you said this vehicle was?
Cargo handler.
Yeah. What the fuck?
So
is that?
imagine like big shipping containers. You can reach out and grab them, and
Like a dump truck kind of thing. Like reaches out and like scoops up the dump truck and moves it.
Like a forklift, but much bigger.
Oh, cool.
so
Sorry.
those big Connex things you see on ocean liners, the big shipping. You have no idea.
No.
My God.
I'm very sheltered.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I just trying to get a picture of what I'm looking at here. Okay. So you got 2 doorways you can hack. Does your thing see any? Does your
Yeah.
thing see any
The
people?
Sentinel
No
see any.
people.
All right. Well, let's make our way towards the back, because never go in the front door.
Back door's where it's at. Come on, we were talking about back doors all this time, and
Yeah.
I managed to stave it till now. Door looks a little small, might be a tight fit.
Well, we can put a plug in for.
You don't like the butt plug jokes, John? We were making butthole jokes.
I heard.
Oh. You didn't laugh, so I assumed you didn't. All right.
So, what are you stealth mode? Like with your stealth suit?
I have a stealth suit that gives me armor and stealthy bits.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you'd gone stealth mode with it. I mean, somebody busts out, it'd be cool if there was one of us they didn't know was there.
Yeah, no. So Cujo kind of like hang back in the, not like super far back, but put a little bit of space, so that he can kind of watch the peripherals as the group approaches and kind of trail behind them a little bit since he's stealthed. Do I need to give you a stealthy roll? No. Okay.
So how about as Nuevo goes to the back door and is about to try to beat the security system, then Yama on one corner stealthed out and Nycat on the other corner with his sniper rifle in case any guards or whatever start coming along the sides of the building heading towards the back.
Okay.
We'd have some notice of them coming.
And then can we just put maybe Omen like a handful of yards back in the trees? Because
how about we do that? And I'll grab her phone. Nuevo will grab her phone, do some calculations, maneuverings, coding kind of stuff, and transfer. Well, she doesn't need. I was going to say give her the sentinel control.
she, yeah, well, she can't see inside the building.
If she can't see inside the building, maybe so. So, how about then she drives the sentinel along with us, maybe ahead of us inside the building.
What rolls do you make to pilot your sentinel?
Piloting roll. Yeah, this might not be a good idea at all.
No, she can drive though.
Yeah, never mind all that.
She can get in the material handler and just be our getaway vehicle.
Why would you get her in the material handler and not the work truck?
Okay, the work truck.
Well, if you got a driving skill, go for the big thing, right?
Bigger go home, man.
All right, Nuevo's gonna take his phone and his infiltration kit and everything he's got and go at the keypad, the security pad.
Roll it.
All right, so this is going to be a hacking roll. I have the Hacker Edge, which gives me a +2 to hack computers and security systems. And I got an infiltration kit, which gives me +1 against electronics. And
I'm going to give you a -2 because this is a Typhon
thievery
system. So you're just at a +1.
Okay. 7.
So that is 1 with a raise, right?
No, every 4 over the target number is a raise. And the target number is 4.
So yeah.
So I was 1 away from having a raise.
But you had +1.
+1. Yes. I forgot about the pluses.
So you have the door open and it gives you an option to turn the alarm off.
Turn the alarm off.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm going to slip the sentinel inside the door and kind of get a good view of the hallway and whatever room this opened up into.
In my head, I can hear the little... We need that sound effect. Just a little like
open the door
sound.
just enough for the sentinel to get in, and
you just like put your hand out and go fly. That is the coolest thing. That is the coolest thing.
He has a one-shot gun on him too. I bought the combat upgrade for him. So we can just one shot.
Just one little shot.
But if I could stealthily get up behind somebody, just put one in the back of their head.
Even just to distract people, like if the sentinel shot it somewhere else and they were like, "What the fuck was that?" and went over there, like it's a good distraction piece.
I use that.
Sorry, go ahead. Tell us what we see. Sorry.
You see what you see.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have my screen blocked by my character sheets.
There is a bit of empty hallway. Would you like to go further?
Yeah, so I'm gonna on the subvocal comlink tell everybody to get to the back door. We're slipping in.
Okay. Kuja's gonna move forward with him.
And Omen's going to stay outside. Now that the door is open and the security system has been undone, can
Omen see it all? Or is the building like
The building is basically a Faraday cage.
a Faraday cage?
damn that Faraday.
Used to dealing with psychics and
Now, Omen, having dealt with, been in this, would she know that if she got inside the building, she would be able to see? Or does she feel like even inside the building, it would be very improbable, but based on the construction of the building? Okay.
improbable.
Improbable. I'm with you. So, Omen's going to work on maybe stealing that truck up front while we're in here.
Okay.
Getting us a getaway vehicle primed and ready and stealthily moved around back for us. Actually, no, she's going to leave it out front. Is it a 2-story building, 1-story building? Or can we tell?
It's a 1-story.
Okay, yeah, she's going to keep it out front.
So as Nightcat is walking in, have him make me a notice roll. Unless you want to keep moving.
I'll make a notice roll. I don't know. I hit that twice. So it's a 5.
So
He's -1 on his notices.
as he's walking, he's looking around that corner because there's, he's trained to have a line of sight on corners and such. And
He's got his gun up like this, and he's just waiting to say, clear.
exactly. And he sees a curious something on the floor. And he immediately recognizes that it's a body.
Yeah, man.
That good notice roll.
We may be the second infiltration team here. There's a dead guy over there.
Kuja's going to kind of pull his body around and kind of look around the corner. Damn, I wonder how long that's been there.
Is he hungry?
No.
Gonna have a little steaky
Little
steak.
snack.
Feel a little hungry there, chum? All right, Nuevo's going to walk up to the body and check it out.
All right, I'll go ahead and reveal the rest of this area for you. The body itself is fairly nondescript. It obviously is a guard. You would recognize his equipment as being T.Y.P.H.O.N issue or surmise that it's T.Y.P.H.O.N issue.
Mm-hmm.
And
You can tell because the tag on the underwear says Typhon.
Exactly.
To T.Y.P.H.O.N with love.
His mom wrote it on there with permanent marker.
And then right under the word Typhon, it says Tuesday.
Are you sure it doesn't say Calvin Klein?
Good.
That's his name, Calvin Klein, right?
Right.
So
Back
he's,
to the Future call out. Good job, man. We'll take a penny.
I know my audience. So he still has all of his weapons, everything, but there's a few curious bite marks, and his body seems very puffed up.
Do I have some skills in the sciencey and the biology area?
Yeah.
Can I maybe see if maybe I can recognize what kind of, being that I'm a chimera, like maybe I know a little bit about different kinds of chimeras that may have caused this kind of damage? Sciencey roll?
What sort of sciencey rolls you got?
Biology.
Okay.
A 9.
That is a 9. 1 with 1 raise. For that, I will say you think it looks similar to a venom death.
Like puncture holes. Not like when I would bite, like it would be like
Yeah, they don't
rip and
puff
tear.
up when you bite.
No.
Yeah.
They like sink in.
But like when I bite, it's like a tearing bite, whereas this looks more like a
Yeah.
puncture bite.
No, the thing, whatever did this, did not eat him. There's no chunks taken out. There's fairly clean puncture wounds, and he is very puffy. Not like dead person bloated, but
Swelling.
puffy.
This seems to be the work of some kind of venomous bite.
Where on his body is the bite?
Arm.
Is it overly large for what I would consider a normal snake bite? This looks like the work of the name of the chimeras that are snakes.
There are gorgons and medusas.
It's either a gorgon or a medusa, something to that effect. Maybe something we haven't seen before, but definitely a snake-like chimera.
Why did it have to be snakes?
So it's fucking snakes. This motherfucking plane.
All right. Nothing else in this area. It appears there's a small room there on the northwest corner with doorways.
That one you don't see a keypad on. Looks like just a regular door.
Okay.
The one back by Yama, where Yama is standing currently, that one,
Mm-hmm.
would you like to examine it? You do see a keypad.
Yeah.
You roll me a hacking, and then I'm going to tell you anyway, so don't actually roll me a hacking. I was just trying to give you the pleasure of rolling.
I love
Go ahead
rolling
and roll it.
hacking.
Do you see how fucking good you are at it? Great.
+3, unless there's a -2 to this one.
So 16.
Well, I was going to tell you.
Yeah, let him have the 16. That's a
I'll let you
success
have the
with
16.
3 raises.
So you go in and you're thinking, let's see if I can get into this one. You can't get into it, but you do notice a set of biometric
Gotcha.
controls on it. And
Okay. Yeah, I'm not getting past this one without fingerprint or retina scan. Might be able to use this dead body over here.
pick one of those.
I'm going to go retina scan because the fingerprint may be too bloated to actually
Bloated.
register.
Good, good.
I was about to say, I was like, how are we going to make his finger not so fat?
So you going to try to drag him over?
No, Cujo go over and just plug his eyeball out carefully.
Okay.
That'll work, right?
Yeah, I'm just amazed that this big Cujo guy goes over there and then delicately goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then somebody have a plastic bag? We might need an eyeball later.
Sure, probably.
It's better than dragging the body around.
You walk over there, you put it in the spot, hit the button, and you hear,
Damn, should have grabbed the other eyeball.
Let me, I don't think you can see the other door, so let me make sure you can see all the doors in here before we proceed.
Aha.
There's one. Oh, that's the only one.
All right, are these doors over here without a keypad?
They don't have a keypad. Just
This is a door with a keypad?
I don't think that one has a keypad either. I think the only lock.
This one had a keypad and us.
That one and are the same.
No,
It did that too.
And I didn't say and.
It made the sound of at us.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it I don't know how to explain what I was trying to say.
It took me a second, but I got it.
It denied us
Yes.
and it and us. Okay. I
think maybe we got to clear that room in the corner first.
that me too. Nuevo, just stay out here, keep an eye on things, keep your gun at the ready. Watch these two doors. We're gonna go make sure nothing is in the door in the room behind us, so we don't get attacked from behind from a guard post.
In the interest of progressing.
It's a bedroom.
Nothing in there?
Find furnishings of a bedroom, a small office type dealio, and a small bathroom with a shower, sink, bathtub, toilet.
Fair enough. Is there a computer on the desk?
There is.
All right. I'm going to try and hack into the computer and see if it's connected to the building system.
Roll it.
In my head, I was formulating a joke about Nuevo always having one night stands with computers, but it was going to be like one bite stands.
One by
But I didn't quite get there.
Yeah, keep working on it. It's not your material. I'm sorry, it's not your delivery. It is your material. All right, so that's a 3. I got +2 for my hacking, +1 for my infiltration kit makes +3, which makes it a 6. Am I minus any for it being a Typhon system?
This is immediately, you get in far enough to tell this is not a Typhon system. This is somebody's personal computer. It has a number of fan fictions, including a Vegeta and Goku /
Oh,
fan fiction.
I read that one.
And nothing much of import. They obviously were very careful. There's nothing Typhon related on this particular.
There's a small
device.
Word file on here that looks like a joke. I'm just going to cut to the end. Oh my God, this file's not as small as I thought it was. 20 page downs later, better Nate than Lever.
Did you run an ad break?
I did not run an ad break. Twitch does that automatically now.
Gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
I think it may have been happening
I think if you're not subscribed,
if you're not
you
subscribed
get ads every
anyway.
now and then.
Yeah. I think that's why we always got ads when you were talking on 4DM's One Idea.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Subscribers get ad free, and
I guess maybe my Prime subscription just isn't working right now.
He's okay.
so
Sorry.
all right. So nothing of interest on this thing. We're going to leave this room. Is this a door over here, John, or is that just the wall?
A bit of wall, I think.
I think,
Okay.
looking at the design, I should have put a door there.
So yes, it is a door. Very astute observation.
I did not actually put a door there. I was tired. I did this after I got home from work today. I didn't put in all the doors I should have put in.
You should have just made it a secret door and rolled with it.
Yeah, it's a secret door. Roll a notice. Actually, that's
It's a
a great
5.
idea.
Yeah, it's never
five.
that you forget something.
So yeah, you find a secret door.
See? Spies and shit, man. Everything can be a secret.
Hey, there's a secret door over here that
Oh.
doesn't look like it was there before, but now it does.
Yeah, now that you pointed it out, definitely looks like there's a door. I would never have noticed.
Actually, here.
Right here
So-
next to me.
Right there. I was pointing that way and standing over here.
He had moved out of the way to make sure we had full view of the new secret door.
Now, the way I'm having to do this for Roll20 is a little obtuse, but
Obtuse rubber green goose green moose guava juice.
I never put on the Roll20. There you go.
Meh.
So let me get y'all centered. And so you can see that it looks like the wall comes together with the other wall for the doors
Mhm.
at about a 90-degree angle.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's symmetrical, it'll be a diamond,
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
all you can really tell because
so before going in that room, I'm going to slip the sentinel in and have him scan the room.
it doesn't see anything.
Okay. Completely empty room.
Completely empty.
No furniture. Okay.
It's a hallway.
Yeah.
Ah. All right. Then shall we go to the door over here?
Wait.
Right.
I didn't realize you were unable to see these doors, but there are 2 doors in there before you go to the other hallway.
Gotcha.
My bad.
It's all goody. All right, so let's step in.
Yeah. So I'm gonna subvocal comlink and tell Nightcat to come up with us, and now kind of stand guard at this door that we just went through,
Okay.
so that he can see the room, the hallway we were just in, and keep an eye on us.
Yeah.
So, we got keypads, security features on these things. All right. Well, let's open that door. The one on the west wall.
All right, you carefully open the door, and upon seeing no activity, hearing nothing, walk in, and you find another body on the floor. This one is not puffy, but it's obviously a guard and has been kind of mauled. He's in kind of rough shape, but doesn't look puffy like he's been venomed.
So, Nuevo's new, right? He's got the new recruit hindrance and all that. So he's recently out of, whatever school they put us through. Is there an organization that he learned about in his initial training that really relies heavily on chimeras or neotherianthropes? Is this looking like the signature of an organization he may have recently learned about?
I am going to tell you some, but I want you to make a common knowledge roll. And
you know what else being a noob gives you?
Bad common knowledge.
I'm still going to tell you something, even if you fail. So don't feel too bad. But
well, you're not telling me shit.
No, I will go ahead and tell you. Like when you went through the program, they are.
You slept in that class.
No, they pretty much tell you that while the directorate, the Order of Holy Mystery, they primarily tend towards psychics.
Right.
Ares is a kind of mix of psychic and chimera, neo-therianthrope, and that sort of thing. Typhon itself is known to be biologically adventurous as far as
BAH, isn't that biologically augmented humans?
yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of their ranks are chimeras, neotherianthropes, that sort of thing. So
this guy has Typhon underwear on as well.
yes. All his things are still with him.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I have a theory that, I can take this dude's eye, but I don't think it's going to work. I'm guessing that whatever's in that room, if it wasn't good enough for one guard, it's probably not good enough for the other guy. But I can still take his eyeball if you want me to. We try it.
It's just a matter of getting the right eyeball.
I think so.
But Is the manner of this guy's death apparent? Like gunshot wound, snap
Mauled.
neck? Mauled. You said that. I apologize.
If you were to roll a medicine, you'd probably find out you wouldn't even have to roll a medicine. There's so much blood.
Blood
He
loss.
looks to have bled out.
Okay. All right. Somebody got here before us and is using apparently bio-augmented humans. So if this is Typhon, Typhon wouldn't do it to themselves. So based on my recent class that I did not fall asleep in, it would probably be that other organization that starts with an A, and I just Ares. So Ares got here before us.
It's a damn arms race.
And you may remember from
Our virus race.
Operation Sarangu that Ares was the original holder
Right.
of the virus.
Yep.
And it was stolen by an arms dealer and about to be sold when Typhon came and stole it from him.
I think we need to start moving faster.
I agree.
Because if they're still in this building, we need to get them before they leave. And if they're not still in this building, we need to find that out quickly and not be wasting our time.
So you want to do quick sweep formation? Open doors, pop in.
That class I slept through. What's quick sweep formation?
Means we're going to go low and quick. We're going to pop open doors, no active threats, keep moving.
All right, let's go.
All right, so Cujo's going to lead the way.
Yep.
He's going to approach this door, open it, scope inside.
All right, as he's opening the door, you gain a view of what look to be two more bodies laid out in what is a pretty open, pretty trafficked. Looks like this was probably the front entrance. There's like no waiting chairs or anything, but
It's the foyer.
it looks like for the most part, this is where people come into and out of. You can see to the side a door to your stage right, and then at a roughly equivalent point on the same wall that you just came in through a door on, there is another door heading up,
All right.
and you can also see the
NICAD's going to come up to this point. Again, he's always covering our back.
Got to use protection when you're in the rear.
that one has a keypad.
All right, I'm going to wave up Nuevo.
Okay. I'm going to come up and try to hack it. 13 plus 3 is 16.
You have successfully hacked into it, and the door doesn't appear to have been locked.
No biometrics.
No biometrics on this one.
Hey, one thing I meant to ask you, for what is starting to look like a diamond-shaped center, was there another door on this wall right
There
here?
was not
Okay.
a door on that wall.
All right, so I'm going to quickly, actually, our method should have had Yama going in first, but
That's fine.
nothing in there?
You see a bunch of hospital looking beds and a bunch of IV stands, and there's what looks like a nurse's station and some other kind of medical looking table on the wall.
Nuevo, do you remember what this virus was for?
Yeah, it's another way of augmenting humans, right?
I believe you were told it was to augment chimeras.
I'm wondering if somebody actually used this thing, and all these deaths is
Result of an experiment gone wrong.
wrong.
Does there appear to be any signs of struggle, knocked over IV poles, or
Carnage
bed
in
towers
general.
here in this little hospital area?
It looks pretty clean, unlike the graphic you have of unmade sort of beds. The beds are all made. The equipment is dust free. Doesn't look to have been trifled with in any way.
Doesn't necessarily prove your theory wrong. Right? This is probably where their operatives would get injured out on missions, come in and get taken care of. And if they were running an experiment, presumably there's some caged area
Right.
where we'll find a broken door. But I like it. So we got two running theories here.
Right.
Ares has infiltrated this trying to find the virus, or they implemented the virus in a lab setting and it's gone wrong. So let's keep moving.
All right. Quick check of these two bodies. Either one look like not your standard issue guard.
They are your standard issue guard. They have standard issue guard equipment. They all have Calvin Klein written on their underpants.
All these guys are named the same.
It's really unsettling. All right, moving on to this next door. Is there a keypad?
On that door, there is no keypad.
All right, I'm opening.
Did you pluck an eyeball? Are you plucking eyeballs along the way?
I have not been. My assumption is that guard is a guard, and therefore you're going to need somebody who's not a guard for the eyeball to work. But the dead bodies aren't going anywhere.
Well, we can always come back and pluck eyeballs if we need to.
I don't need to be juggling eyeballs. You know? Just a killer whale walking through a secret facility juggling eyeballs.
I mean, and did you ever finish training, or are you still just a pupil?
All right, stepping in.
I wish I hadn't said that.
That was good. I'm not even going to take that from you. That was good.
It's not the corniest joke I got. I've got cornea.
That one was not good.
Roll me a notice.
Me?
You were the first one through the door.
Notice. 4.
Unless you use your wild dice, in which case it's a 4.
Yeah. I think I'll go with the wild dice one for the 4. I want to have that little edge.
Okay. So you see on the diamond-shaped room another set of doors with a similar-looking biometric access. You see up at the top of this room a door with no keypad, and at the bottom you see a door with a biometrics access.
What are these? Are these just boxes to the side?
Those are boxes.
Baxy.
Right, so if we can find a computer for this overall security system and not just one of those security pads, then I might could hack into it and make it recognize one of our retinas to get through this. Or we can pluck eyeballs and just keep and see what happens.
All right, so let's finish our sweep, and then if we find anybody whose eyeball might be better suited, we're gonna move up to the door without the keypad.
Presumably, we're getting close to the warehouse part, right?
Yeah.
So, Nuevo, roll me a notice.
That's an 8.
Nice.
1 raise.
Okay. Where are you going now?
Into that room.
Up?
Yep.
Up.
Not hide areas. Reveal.
Reveal unto me.
So as you're opening the door, you immediately see the shipping containers that the big shipping container mover outside is probably responsible for. And you see very close to the door a body. And this doesn't look like your standard guard.
I'm gonna take that eyeball.
She's a little better dressed. Looks more business-like. And she is puffy.
So I'm going to very gingerly remove an eyeball.
Okay.
I think this might be a better shot at it. Is there any door on this diagonal wall?
No.
Okay.
And there is on this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have NICAD roll me a notice.
He's shaking. Can I do the roll to unshake?
Do the roll to unshake.
I stay out too late.
So, did the shaken... How much did the shaken modify that roll?
-1.
So you would have had a 5 without it. Okay.
Yep.
There was something I was thinking about before I tried to do that math. What sort of edges do you have on the animal side of things?
Oh, I'm so happy you asked. I have superpowers. I have provoke, martial artist, and dependency, which is technically a hindrance, but it gives me like the ability to breathe underwater, a swim speed. I get my little stun attack and my deafening siren.
Okay. That it?
And I'm very adorable. I'm actually not, because my hindrance is ugly.
Okay. You don't have any...
Hey, look, I'm back up to normal height, guys. I wonder if Chad just notices me just like thinking.
You or NICAD don't have any animalistic things that might augment notice rolls.
No, NICAD is -1 on his notice rolls because of his clueless hindrance. Doesn't pay much attention to the world around him. Can't find a haystack in a pile of needles.
Okay.
If you tell us what you're looking for, we could tell you if we have something. Like I have low light vision. I have a bite attack. I have higher senses, which is the low light vision.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there was something in the shark chimera scent related. I know some of the chimeras have scent related things, so I was just curious about that.
Yeah, I think we kept in the higher senses gave me the low light vision, and I want to say there was something about scent that we kind of dropped because it didn't make sense, but I don't remember.
Okay. So what you doing?
We're going to go back out into this hallway where the biometric locks are. All right. Do we want to open the diamond? Here's my concern. I think there's a possibility, given what we've known about these enemy layers, is that it goes down.
Yeah.
So I would like to kind of verify that this last office up here doesn't hold bad guys before we go there. So, but it's a great place to check out your new eyeball.
Right. So I will hold this eyeball up to the scanner for this door over here.
All right. Door. After a few seconds of scanning, it unlocks the mechanism and you hear a difference in pressure as you open the door. You gonna open it all the way?
I'm going to do one of those, like, open it and step back.
You feel the air being pulled in around you a little bit. It's kind of weird at first, and
Yeah.
as you walk in, it's sort of warm in there. And you see 4.
If this was D&D, I'd be really scared.
Right.
You see 4 tanks one of them has been broken. And there is some sort of greenish fluid all over the floor. The other three are still intact.
What's in the tank?
There's one shark chimera and one Medusa chimera and one Gorgon chimera. The Gorgon and the Medusa have lizard snake-like features, and the shark chimera has the pale, though it looks green because of the liquid, the pale, slithery,
Shark
slimy
skinny stuff.
shark skin.
Blubber.
And they appear to be unconscious. There's machine readouts underneath them. Nothing really out of the ordinary as far as the machine readouts. It looks like normal, like medical beep, 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 beep.
So Nuevo would like to make a quick look at those things and try to determine if these tanks are secure.
In what way?
Are they gonna bust up?
Are they going to bust out of these things? Is the life support systems or whatever they're going into that, are they on a countdown?
You don't see any sort of countdown. You don't see any indication that anything is going to change with them anytime soon. But there is the one broken one that
Right.
sort of puts the idea in your head that it happened once.
Right. Hey, do me a favor. They're Yama.
Mm-hmm.
With the eyeball, step outside the room and close the door. I want to see if I can open this door without biometrics from the inside.
Yeah, you got it, man. So I will step out.
Close the door. Does the lock re-engage? Do we hear it?
It does re-engage, and you can see that from the inside there is a fail-safe little pin you can pull that will let you out without the biometrics.
Okay. So let's open the door back up, and then using my hacking skill, is it possible to
Override that fail.
override or
It's
decommission the
mechanical.
failsafe? It's mechanical.
You could probably with a thievery try to jam it or make it unusable.
I don't have a thievery skill. I got stealth. But
Yeah, I don't have it either.
I thought you said you had +1 to thievery.
that hack, that
The kit thing you
the
have.
kit gives me +1 to thievery, so I could roll it unskilled and get +1.
Roll it unskilled and take the +1 on it. Unless somebody else has the mechanical.
That gives me a 4
Okay.
because the wild dice got a 3.
So you're able to move some things around, and you're pretty sure once it shuts, it's not going to open back up from
Cool.
the
Then I'm going to
outside.
step back out in the hallway with the Yama and say, all right, close it. I think I've made it so they can't. If they break out of those things, they're not going to be able to just walk out the store like the other one
Right,
apparently did.
Definitely. All right, you ready to check out this diamond-shaped room?
Yeah. So it appears your theory was correct and mine about Ares was wrong. So like an experiment gone wrong.
Possibly.
And he's pissed.
Hate to see what came out of that tank. Did the chimeras that we saw look noticeably different than what I would consider standard chimera?
No.
Not like. Okay. Just
Buff shark.
buff shark, buff gorgon, buff medusa. Okay. All right. So I will approach the other one, and
All right. Here we go.
in my head, I was like, I scan the eyeball, but then there's this error message. Please remove items from the bagging area. Sorry. I'm killing the vibe.
Opening the door.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is where it gets real.
You see in the center of the diametal room. Sounds like a Gemma made up word.
Diameter.
You see a row of computer terminals running down the middle. To the left side, you see a bunch of shelves. They have a bunch of various fluids. Most of it's labeled. If you want to get into the weeds, we can do that. But looks like some sort of experimental inventory. To the right side of the room, you can see what looks like circular spinny things with test tubes.
Oh yeah, those centrifugal spinner.
It's not in itself a centrifugometer. It's not one
thingy?
of those, but it looks similar.
Centrifuge.
Centrifuge, exactly.
It's just like a
My work
display
here is
thing.
complete.
Yeah.
It's similar in the setup, but you don't see any sort of power to it. It looks just like a lazy Susan with bloody stuff in it. And then on the wall, you
Yeah, like
see,
that table we used to have when we lived in that other house.
Yeah.
It's the lazy Susan with bloody stuff.
on the wall, you see a row of refrigerators. What you doing?
All right, I'm gonna step in, and I am gravitating straight to the computers, and I'm going to suggest to Yama that Yama check out the refrigerator, see if she can find the virus. We never actually put our hands on or saw the virus before, so I don't know if it has to be refrigerated, but that seems like a good place to start.
Yeah, doesn't it?
And worst comes to worst, we might have to take a sample of that green fluid back in that other room.
Gross.
But if we're right that they're applying the virus there, we might get enough
Residual.
molecular information to take back. So, NICAD is going to stand at the door. He's holding a submachine gun, not his sniper rifle, and basically protecting our asses.
Okay. So what you rolling?
So I want to try to hack into these computers. I figure if this is ones that are going to have the overall system for this place.
And what you rolling?
I want to look in the fridges, so if I need to make like a notice roll or a science or bio, like.
Let's deal with yours first because it doesn't really have a roll.
Cool. Great. Thank you.
Roll a science, just the roll.
It's yours. It doesn't have a roll. Roll.
I'm gonna tell you anyways, but roll. A 2. I'm gonna take my D4 too because it's better than the wild dice too. Please.
You can spin the bidding roll again.
I am gonna spin a Benny and roll again.
Can you use bennies for that?
Don't spend a penny on that.
Okay. Then ignore that. I still got a 2.
You won't get much more. In the refrigerator, it's very neat, very clean. Somebody obviously takes very good care of it. You find a number of specimens, and among them, you recognize the word Cerberus. Cerberus.
Cerberus? Cerberus?
Cerberus.
Cerberus?
That word.
Yeah. Cerberus?
Yeah. Cerberus.
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 Your Cerberus is dilated 3 centimeters.
No, God, no.
And you see a handful of other names, and among those, you see the word soma, which your character, if they were maybe a little better in their sciences, might recognize as being important.
So how many languages do you know?
I know 3. Japanese, Russian, and English.
Yeah.
Are y'all about to talk to the virus?
No, but Nuevo knows like 4 languages, 5, and NICAD knows 4. No, I was just thinking you don't have to know a whole lot of languages to know that Soma is like
A root.
somnambulism, sleep is what it reminds me of. If she called that out while she was doing it. Got something to do with knockout.
Maybe you should call out.
Yeah. Hey, do you know about something called soma?
Yeah, well,
So NICAD's close by too. Both of you, whatever's better in common knowledge or history is sort of applicable, or science.
Nuevo has none of those, so he's going to go common knowledge.
Something that may involve something you heard at headquarters or something you saw at headquarters.
How about tradecraft?
Sure. You
5 for Nuevo.
Okay. You have seen the name Soma virus when you were doing your training in the IT department pop up in various records, and you remember some off the cuff comment by some dickhead in the front row when he
I know
found
the
it.
one you're talking about.
Yeah, you just got to talk about everything.
Thought he knew
Everybody's
everything.
supposed to be
He's what we call
concentrating.
sexual intellectual. A fucking know-it-all.
And he says, Soma virus. That's what they use to make them lamias and whatnot.
Lamias. Searching my mental banks for what the hell is a lamia?
Something my character totally knows.
Okay,
So-
well, I said that out loud. It's something.
No, I was saying like
I thought
as
were
you
being
like
sarcastic.
yeah, like, you know, my character totally knows that. I don't know what it is. My character totally knows.
Do you remember the Shades? The villain, they're like psychic ghosts, and the lamias are like zombies, kind of.
Gotcha.
They're bio-augmentation gone wrong, basically.
Yeah.
I think you would know that.
Yeah, it's how you make bio-augmented zombies. That's
Ooh.
what that virus is good for. But if they mix those two, the Cerberus and the Soma, which sounds like something Typhon would be like fucking with. Yeah. The only thing that could be worse is if whatever this creature is doing this is like invisible too. I haven't seen a way out.
Mm-hmm. Is that all I find in the fridges?
You find a number of samples. Those two stick out at you.
So Cerberus is the one that we came for. Soma was one that was a surprise. Okay.
Take them both.
Leaving them in the fridge for just right now.
Okay.
Till he finishes his thing, and then we'll decide what to do with them.
All right, finish your thing.
I'm hacking in the computers.
Babe.
That would be a 7.
7 will get you in. It won't get you the highest clearances, but you find a little more information on the Soma virus. You find a log that appears that they were trying a few different cocktails on what you would surmise to be the experimental chimeras in the other room. One of them had a mix of things. One of them had one thing. One of them had the other thing. Yada, yada, blah, blah.
Okay. Well, I'll relay all this information to my pal. They're mixing these things up. They're doing cocktails. I don't know. With this information, if I went back in that other room and look, I could tell you which one of these had what mixture. I think one of them just had the Cerberus virus. It's is there a printer nearby? Screw printers. I'm better than that. I am better than that.
You're a hacker, damn it.
I'm gonna send that file to my my phone real quick in case we want to go back there and check it out. And while I'm here quickly, I'm going to plant my special signature backdoor virus into this computer system.
You're trying to plant the back door, and you feel like the back door only went to the level you've attained here.
Fair enough.
You're not into the total network, but
If I got the back door, I can play with it at home. Trying to get past another level of security in this thing.
if the cleanup team comes in after you guys, they will be able to get in quickly. And
Source anything they need to. Yeah,
is
definitely.
there anything else you want to do while you're in there?
I want to make a quick survey of the shelves with the non-refrigerated goods.
I meant in the computer
Oh, while I'm in the computer.
before we move on to that.
I'll do a quick scan of the files and see if there's anything else of interest, like future plans.
Anything like so look for things that say like subject or patient. Like patient.
He already
file.
has logs that detail some of that stuff.
What they've been doing to those folks.
I didn't know if there would be anything about like I don't know. It's fine.
The security system. So it's got a retina scan. Is that at the level I'm in, or is it a different? Is it the deeper level I couldn't get into?
That's probably a deeper level.
Yeah, I was hoping I could get names.
It's probably a 1 or 2 raise situation on
Fair
that
enough.
one.
That's fair. Then, if there are any future plans, that kind of stuff, then nope, I'm out of here. I can only get a couple levels deep into this thing. There's more on here. I wish we had more time because I would love to break.
Is somebody logged into an email account?
Sure. What would you like to do?
Send a virus email.
That's a bit complex for your time here.
Okay.
If you're hurrying, you might want to.
Okay. So should we take these viruses? Is it safe to transport them? Is there like a transport case?
Like one of those little things that looks like a little.
They
igloo
got
cooler.
it here somewhere.
Like
so
Resident Evil style, like foam pressing? Because I don't want a Resident Evil remake where I drop it and it spreads.
I am guessing there's a briefcase around here that's sufficiently padded and would accept
Okay.
whatever receptacles that they have this stuff in.
So I'll try to pack those up as nicely as possible.
You said you were looking at the shelves?
Yeah.
You find a bunch of chemicals without any sciences or anything. You probably wouldn't be able to make heads or tails of it. Doesn't look all that interesting to you.
Yeah. Hey, Yama, just a bunch of sciencey shit over here. Doesn't look like anything important.
I'm gonna walk over and take a look at it. See if I recognize any of it with my sciencey bits. Seven.
You rolled a 7. It's
Anything of note?
you are able to single out a number of chemical compounds, amino acids. It's pretty par for the course for a place where they're probably running experiments and having to do a little bit of medical upkeep on things. Some of the things are a little off for that, but knowing what you know about your own biology, that some of the chemical compounds in you are weird, so some of the chemical compounds and the chimeras they have here are probably weird too.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Look, we've seen everything. Unless this is another situation where we've missed a secret door. So where is this thing? There was no indication. I mean, I guess he could have just walked out the front of the back door and is out terrorizing the countryside.
We also didn't check the shipping containers.
We did not. 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 We did not All right. I think we got to go in there and check.
So we're going to make our way back to the shipping containers.
Check that white one that's a little
Askew.
askew from all the other ones.
I didn't feel like moving it to where it should have been, and
Right, but if we didn't check it, later you'd be like, "I put
Didn't
it."
you notice it was askew?
I put it out of sequence with all.
I mean, having been in enough back rooms and receiving
Yeah, it's
things,
never-
like it's never quite right. So it would have been weirder if they were.
It's true. I'd be like, that's not realistic.
fair.
You don't really find anything out of the ordinary. There's some various equipments. Some of it's medical, some of it is weapon.
All right, here's what I want to do.
Okay.
I want to pull up the virus tracker on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And one, I'm expecting to get a ping from the vial she's holding.
It hasn't moved. I mean, it has moved, but
It's just showing this building as the location.
yeah.
I was hoping we were close enough now that I was getting a ping from your vial and a ping from those three vats and then another ping somewhere.
Yeah.
But
The actual pinger is probably on the briefcase you found that has
yeah, but I'd actually put it into the virus one.
nah,
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a molecular track.
nano machine.
They're working on that
You
chip.
know, 5G. They already put my chip in.
Right?
Like, don't joke. I'd get a chip. I'd totally get a chip.
You just wave my hand over.
Right. I think it's brilliant.
Piggly Wiggly.
Sign me up for global credits. So, just basic supplies.
There's some food. There's a fir tree.
Touche.
Is there a
It
partridge?
obviously imported.
Obviously.
Shipping containers.
You see the kind of things that you would expect to find at a self-sufficient base.
You win, by the way.
There's food. There's a little bit of medical supplies. There's some ammo and weapons, but nothing really notable in that department. There's not like a
Oh, here's a cool gun.
yeah.
Like if we were playing a MMO, you wouldn't pick it up.
Right. It's just the trash shit. Yeah.
It's not a nuclear bomb or
No.
anything real fun in here.
All right. Here's the thing. Either it's hiding in here somewhere, A. B, there is an entrance to another level that we haven't found yet. Or C, it's out.
It's gone.
So I think we need to eliminate A and B before we leave.
Can I? I think we maybe go rifle through the boxes and stuff over
Those
there.
boxes in the hallway. And we never looked at what looks like shelves along the wall in the vat room. What do you call those things? Vats? Tubes?
That's, I think I called it.
Stasis chambers.
If you've ever played Pokemon, you may be reminded of the Mewtwo
Mm-hmm.
experiment.
Yeah. I have actually seen enough Pokemon, which is like 2.5 episodes, that I've run across that.
I'm
Look at
sure
you.
Hannah exposed you at some point to the Mewtwo movie.
Good movie. So I want to go check out the boxes.
You find nothing.
Okay.
What about the shelves in the vat room?
You find sort of the same array of chemicals and things that you found in the other spot in the diamond room. Just pared down, and looks like these were what was being immediately used for these particular test subjects.
All right. single level building. We've checked all four corners of this thing. I'm gonna start looking for trapdoors, and I'll run through the whole damn place.
Don't find
Nothing.
any. It does occur to you that the doors with the keypads that you came in, and you would surmise the same one on the front. They're the exact same doors, pretty much, just one on the front, one on the back. They're able to be opened from the inside.
So I'm assuming that whatever this creature was has gotten out.
Yeah. So there's this green sludge on the floor where that one vat was broken. Any tracks?
There's no tracking in this, so
I have survival.
yeah, roll a survival.
A 7.
You find tracks, but they're not able to be followed too far out of the room. It does look like
He finished
whatever
dripping once he got into the first hallway.
He put on his shoes.
whatever it was. I would say, since you passed that roll, you can tell the tracks are of a Medusa chimera,
Okay.
and they were obviously pretty cognizant of not leaving.
Does the glass
tracks.
look like it was broken from the inside? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
I could make you roll a science, but yeah.
Subvocal comlink out to Omen. Omen, there's a good chance there's a Medusa chimera, probably even more enhanced than just your standard Medusa, on the loose out there. 1, watch your ass. 2, can you scan the local area and see? We got a feeling from the bodies that they were recently killed, right?
I don't think we ever asked.
No, I'm thinking back to when he said it wasn't like a bloat from being dead a long time, so I was jumping to conclusions off of that.
Your science on that was like a 2, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, we didn't make the roll, but you told us some anyway.
Well, I made some on the bites and stuff like that. Some science rolls that I succeeded in.
I think I told you all I wanted to tell you about that at the time. You know that it's not over a day.
Okay.
They're not rotting.
Yeah.
But they're not like still warm.
No.
I gotcha. As morbid as this is Omen alive to respond?
Yeah.
Okay. Like you just hear back.
And we completely forgot about Omen until I called out there. Yep. You were like, "Oh shit!"
Oh yeah, a frail, small person out there.
So, I think we go out the front door. We gather around at the truck in case we need to jump in and get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
We use Omen to scan the area, and we use Sentinel to also and see if we can get something on which way it went. If it's still in the area.
Right.
I have a feeling if we go back and tell them, yeah, hey, here's your virus, and something got out, and they'll
be like, you didn't try to do something about that? Wow. Yeah. So, I'm so sorry. We'll meet up back by
It's the Soma virus you're carrying.
It is the Soma virus. We'll meet up back by the truck at the front and meet up with Omen. And can Omen try to look in the surrounding area to see if she notices any...
Roll of focus.
What the heck?
She notices nothing.
Spend a Benny.
She has a Benny, yeah?
You can spend one of yours for her.
I will use one of my Bennies for her to reroll that. Etienne.
So she is combing the area and able to see very well outside of the building. She still can't see inside,
Yeah.
but she is completely certain.
That's the other thing I should have done on the computer. See if I can knock out whatever. It could be in the.
I think it's in the building materials.
materials.
She is completely certain that for a pretty good radius of miles around you, there's just you guys and the critters.
Creators. Yeah, I'm not sensing anything out there. Nothing big and bad and scary, I promise you. Nothing's out there.
This thing's around here. Gotta be.
Well, it don't gotta.
No, I don't gotta.
I mean, I checked for miles.
But the one place you can't see is the one place we've been in to see, and we didn't see anything in there. We already determined getting you inside wasn't going to help any because it's all over this thing. Every wall, every floor, every ceiling is going to keep you from seeing past it.
But doesn't S.P.E.A.R have like recon teams that can like come out and like send like lower level agents to just like comb through the area?
I'm sure, but after our first mission, I don't want to go back with anything that feels like a failure here. Yeah. Here's your stuff. Something got out. Maybe you could send some guys.
Yeah.
But
I also don't want to hold on to this virus for much longer than we have to out where we could be. I just don't know.
I'm with you there. Can I make an idea roll?
Sure. Roll smarts.
Smarts.
Why don't all of you roll smarts?
All of us?
Just in case.
Well, Nuevo, who considers himself the smartest one in the group, failed. NICAD is blissfully unaware that he even needs to be thinking about anything right now. Yeah, dude, we done here, man?
Cujo got a 4.
Yeah, Cujo.
And Omen got a 14.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap.
So Cujo knows that your mission objective was to procure the virus and that the virus still has a tracker on it. You don't know who else has the tracker because Typhon obviously had it. The directorate had it. And maybe that makes Cujo a little bit uneasy. And Omen has been listening on your subvocal and you've been relaying information back and forth. And she's of the mind that you still haven't seen this thing. It's obviously pretty dangerous. And if it wanted you to not report back, it might have already accomplished that by now.
That's a good point, Owen. All right. So the case that is carrying the virus is where I would expect to find the tracker. Can I hacking disable the tracker on that
Oh,
case?
that's smart.
You can... I would say there's probably something in your toolkit that you can use to jam a signal or electrically disable it, like short the battery or some kind of shit. Or you could just try to, like, take something and pry it off Up to you.
Yeah. So I think I'll use tradecraft and get a +1 on electronics from my infiltration kit.
Okay.
And try to disable the tracker.
Okay.
That'll be an 8.
Nice.
You get out your tool and do a little whimsy shenanigans with it, and you hear a and the light turns off, and you're pretty sure you've accomplished.
I
the
sorted
job.
out the Remorian chip in this thing.
Yeah.
Morian chip. It smells a little fishy now.
Yeah, the whale goes, Remorian? All right, well, I think it's time to call our exfiltration.
Mm-hmm. So we will.
But mark my words, that damn Medusa is going to cause us trouble. We'll find a mission where we're going to have to take care of that.
Sounds pretty likely.
All right, so you radio back, and they.
And we're going to tell them there's no more Typhon presence alive in this building, so they can probably come in closer.
All right. Well, there's a small clearing nearby. We don't want to take in the chopper too close. Do you have a vehicle where you could meet us?
Oh, yeah, totally. I got this truck out here running. It runs great.
All right, we'll give you the GPS coordinates and just meet us there.
We'll be at the LZ in 10.
Yes.
Okay,
Roll
thank
the
you.
driving.
Kisses.
You've been dying to say that. First chance.
Roller driving.
Roll it bad.
Wow.
It did
Critical failure, and you don't get to re-roll those. You can't spend pennies on them.
So
and she's trained in it.
I made sure to train her in it because I kind of knew that nobody else had anything for it. So when I was helping to roll up that character, I made sure she had at least one die in it. So you're probably 8 minutes into what you think will be a 10-minute journey. It's a fairly shit path more than a road. And she hits a bump and the ladder comes off the back of the truck. Does she say anything?
Oh, snickerdoodles. Didn't mean to do that.
And then while she's sort of
Doodles.
saying that and looking and watching the ladder come to rest, the truck veers into a patch of mud that ends up with the bottom of your wheel well up to the top of the mud, and the truck is stuck. It's obviously a Ford truck. You could try to push it if you'd like. Fords are well known for being pushed.
That heated tailgate's nice.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, it looks like we're hoofing the last 2 clicks here.
So you make it. Helicopter picks you up.
I will say, where's my fucking sound? Not the one I meant, but okay. There it is.
That, by the way, was not Nuevo's voice or Nightcat's voice, because Nightcat is like, yeah, man, maybe we ought to get in the chopper. So that had to have been Yama. Cujo going, get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
The Japanese name Chimera with the Austrian accent.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect.
It's perfection.
So you guys get back. The mission handler, when you hand him the case, is just giddy, just look of a schoolgirl.
You know what's making him so happy is the fact that the tracker was disabled before we brought it back to headquarters.
Smart.
That was very smart that you disabled the tracker, because I wouldn't have wanted to reveal that location. We had a team from the Southeast Asia branch. The Gurkha got some boys out there real quick, and I will just let you know the other 3 chimeras, something let them out.
I thought about it that we might have like needed to like pop them bad boys out and
I thought about it
execute
too,
them, but it felt
but
kind of shitty.
it did feel shitty, and I didn't want to
their
just
fault.
cold blood kill them.
No, you guys made the right call. They haven't done anything. We don't know if they're enemy combatants. We don't know where
We didn't
they
know if they'd
fall
been
on
a,
things.
yeah.
Typhon does have a tendency to do their experimenting on people who really haven't done anything.
Unwilling participants.
They're kind of bioterrorists. They don't care. So
They did not take volunteers for this sacrifice.
and you guys have completely wiped off the
Stench of our first
stench
mission.
of the first mission's
Hey,
failure by redeeming
five.
yourselves, getting not only the Kerber's virus, but also a sample of the Soma virus, which they may have had some around, but
Mine's a
things
purer
like that.
sample.
the more you have, the more you can play with it and try to figure out how to counteract it. And
if they ever decide to, try to open that facility back up again, I mean, we left it standing. There's a back door into their computer system.
True that.
the Gurkhas guys have used that back door, and
The pickle guys?
Gurkha is not Gurkha.
Oh, my bad.
yeah. Let's not be racist right here at the end.
How is that racist? You're talking about gherkins, and that's a kind of
Gurkha.
wasn't being
Gurkha.
racist. I just like pickles. I just like pickles.
Do you like sweet gherkins or dill gherkins?
Both. I like pickles.
Okay.
So everything's right with the world, and this will be our last episode of Titan Effect until
We decided to do it again.
in the future we will be doing an Agents of S.P.E.A.R longer running format thing, but this was just something to experiment a little with the format and try to learn
Yeah.
a little bit more about it, and a little bit more about Savage Worlds, and a little bit more about the Superhero Companion and how to juggle those 3 books pretty decently at times.
Hey, I thought it got smoother and smoother every time.
It did.
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the character Nuevo and the hacker version of it, but the extra NICAD, like to play him some more too. It
Yeah.
was kind of cool. Yeah, kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I had a lot of fun. I like
Maybe
this game.
when we start doing Agents of S.P.E.A.R, we can tell you the mission. You can tell us whether you're bringing Nuevo or NICAD.
I like that.
A little versatility there.
We have like PC loadouts. We have our own team of PCs, and we just get to like pick and choose based on the thing. I think that's actually a pretty baller idea.
Right. So like
We're the
maybe
directors.
we're the director of this little cell, and we get the mission. Okay, well, I'm gonna use Omen NICAD. That'd be cool.
I actually think that's a really cool way to play that.
Depending on what else is going on around us.
It's just like we were talking about how like the loadouts are cool because you get to decide like between each thing like what you need.
We could have
between-
team specialization.
Team specializations and what they work well with. That's fucking brilliant.
And we were thinking about bringing on guests for
It's nice to have a
that,
couple extra
so-
PCs that they can play through that are built up. And
Yeah,
no.
they probably want to
they'll-
build their own.
Yeah, they'll want to build their own. But you'll have ones you can pick between depending on what they want to build, so that if
You
they
can
want to
round
make
out
a
the team.
hacker, yeah. If they want to play as their hacker, then
well, they're fine. I'm
you
wrong.
can bring NICAD.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Just not as right as you could have been.
But that's been it for this week.
That was a lot of fun.
It was.
I've been John. He's been Steve.
I have been the whole time.
You can reach him at Rick Stevens PI on Twitter.
The Twitters.
on the Twitters or at 1-800-HOT-DUDE with bald head.
You went a whole stream almost without making fun of your bald head.
We need to tell
My
him
mom
about
says I have a
Gemma.
very good shaped head.
The other night, Gemma walks up to me and says, Gemma's our younger daughter. She's 7.
I don't know if you knew that.
Just
I don't think that was for me.
I
in
know.
case somebody was listening. She says, Daddy, what if we got Mom to go get some cotton and make a stuffy of my God and me in cosplay? And I was like taken aback and like, you need to bring that up with your mother and see what she has to say about that. And when she brought it up to her mother, she didn't say the my God part at first. She said
No, she did. She didn't say
Oh.
the cosplay part at first. She said she wanted me to make a stuffy of her god that has a bald head and a beard and one of those
And a
circly light
mustache.
things and a mustache. And John was like, "So Papa's your god?" And she was like, "He looks like Papa, but Papa's not a god. He's a Papa."
Which is one rank above God.
Yes, but her version of God looks like you.
There's a lot of versions of God that look like me, but most of them have hair.
Right. Now this one's bald. 100% bald.
completely bald.
To her, that is the peak epitomation of what a god should look like is bald. So there you go.
That's why she's my favorite.
And we also have Emily,
Hi.
sister letter N darkness on Twitter
Sometimes.
sometimes.
Never. I try. Yeah.
And
been
we
here.
will be back next week with the
Kick off the very first episode of Cthulhu by Gaslight in our own setting. The name of this adventure will be Whitechapel Dark Mists.
and for the record, I have decided not to do an accent because I respect your work that much.
He realized late last night he was not prepared to do an accent. He's like, I'm not going to be able to do this shit.
Well, I can tell you that I will do accents. I will do them poorly. I will have what I believe to be East End London. What do you call that accent?
Cockney.
A Cockney accent, and then there'll be times when you'll be like, "This Cockney fella sounds like he's from Australia."
Weird.
So I'll just do my best. But accents are not required, but the setting is definitely London.
My best will be not to try.
The mean streets of Whitechapel. 3 or 4 years after the whole Jack the Ripper.
I wonder if there'll be any werewolves.
We may, instead of streaming Monday, our normal, may need to roll up some characters.
We got
That'd
all
be
weekend.
great.
We're going to be over here all one day on the weekend.
Hey,
Monday.
a session 0.
We could do it that day while we're over here.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Yeah, either way.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll do some shit next week. I don't know. Show up.
Yeah.
Be there.
But that's been us. We've been we. You've been you. And I like to poo. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.